So, style Mazda at Oulton Park. Know the track really well, don't know the car at all. So, yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Now, coming out the pit lane here, you have to be aware of one thing. And that is that if cars coming out of T1, which is behind us, if cars are fighting here for position, you might be joining straight into that fight and collect them, or they will collect you. So be very vigilant when you exit the pit, when you enter the track. Have a look in your mirrors and on your relative and so on. Right. That's a full speed kink we just went through. You'll be here in 5th gear. At the bottom of this little crest there, down to 4th. Turn it in. You trail brake a little bit, maybe. Then full throttle as early as you can. And you might get an off track here if you're not careful, because it's very easy to do. I would say the easiest on the whole fucking service. So be careful with that. Up to 5th, up to 6th, and then full throttle through this little corner here, even on cold tires. As soon as the tire barrier finishes there, you hit the brakes, you brake down to 2nd gear, and then we have, would you look at that, a banked U-turn. Hey, oval boys, right? Keep it snug as much as you can. Don't run it in wide, because people are just going to throw it on your inside, and yeah, that's not good. So keep it snug. Get on the throttle as early as possible. And yeah, I just have music outside, but I can't be asked, so you get some Spanish jingle with this. Okay, so out the corner, full throttle, down towards the first chicane. Here I don't have a braking mark. I just gauge the distance to the first barrier. You'll see where I brake. I'm not sure, maybe here. Well, anyway, you're in 5th gear. You brake down to 3rd, cut across this curb here. When you land and the car is settled, you brake again, down to 2nd gear, turn around here. Don't wash out to the left, it's going to compromise your exit. You want to be on full throttle as soon as you hit this apex, if at all possible, but at least as soon as possible. Very important for this straight coming out here. If you run too wide, you won't get on the throttle quickly enough, and you'll be overtaken coming down this straight. Right, braking point to the for the 2nd chicane is between the 100 and the 50, so around here. You brake from 3rd to 2nd gear, turn it in, late apex as close to the barrier as possible without hitting it. Middle of the track, once again, late apex as close to the barrier as possible. Be careful, it gets very loose here because there's no downforce at all, because you're going quite slow. Up to 3rd gear here, balance it through here somehow, run it wide, take some of this curb, and then accelerate up the hill. And for every corner, I don't have to say it, I'm sure, as early on the gas as possible. Right, this is difficult. As I say, as I missed it. Right. This corner here is a place where you can make or break your lap. You're on 5th gear and you want to go into 4th. So where you do it is it turns right. Sorry, it turns left, and then where it starts turning right, or just thereabouts, maybe a little after, you flick it from 5th down to 4th, and then you turn in so that you hit the apex where it's worn there. Don't hit the curb, but hit that apex there, and then you just floor it in 4th gear, and it sticks to the ground all the way through here. 2nd apex. Careful not to be spilled out over here. If you do, don't get off the throttle, because you'll come back and take out the entire field. So here we come over the crest, and you can see it turns a lighter color, the asphalt there. As soon as you hit that patch with the lighter color, about there, you hit the brakes, down to second gear from fifth, turn in, late apex, full throttle here, as soon as you can. Careful, because it comes over the hill and it falls quite dramatically, and it's easy to spin it coming out of there. Okay, this is the start-finish straight. Well, it's not straight, but it's the start-finish line. And coming down to the first corner, you can see that the little bit of asphalt to the left of the white line gets a little thicker. That's where you brake. Somewhere in that. It might be in this car where it's not thicker anymore. So basically, probably here, and you brake from fifth gear down to fourth. And you turn in about there. Hit the apex, full throttle. Take some of the curb, no more than that, because that's going to be an off track, right? So let's try and see if I can actually do a lap here without spinning. Okay, so I have cold tires, so I'm going to do a lap which is, you know, maybe a few seconds slower than I would normally do, and then I'm going to try and push it afterwards and see if we get through it. So brake, stay snug, throttle as early as possible. I wasn't full throttle as quickly as I wanted to, but there you go. Brake, down to third, down to second, full throttle. Chicane, from fifth to second. You can change quite quickly, as you can see. Oh, careful here, as I told you, it gets very loose there. Up to third, try and balance it through there, get some of that curb. Up the hill. This is the make it or break it. I haven't been able to nail this quite yet. So let's try and see. We brake here, down to fourth. Oh, it's better. Still a lot of time to be gained for me there. Right. Brake here. Oh, almost lost it. Okay. Now I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to try and push it a little bit. And immediately that meant that I went wide. Ah, nope. That's no good, man. Yeah. I mean, the second sector there, I messed that up big time, but what's the time? Slower than the first, so slower is faster, boys. Confirmed. Anyway, that's the mediocre track guide. I think, what is my best time here? I'm sure I had one that was quicker than that, but maybe not. I was pretty sure I did a 29 before, but I probably just, maybe that was wishful thinking. Yeah, 28. So yeah. No, that's a 2:28. Right, there's your problem. Right, but I'm guessing good lap times here are going to be in the 30s. So a 30 something. Maybe someone can get a 29. I'm not the quickest in these high downforce cars. So yeah, so that might just be the reason why. But yeah, anyway, yeah. See you on Friday, guys. I'm sorry, I'm a bit stressed out. So, but see you on Friday. Practice this week. Practice during the week. It's more fun if you practice. Both for you and for everybody else that you don't crash into. So, yeah, practice, practice, practice.
If that kinetic friction is in the forward direction, then your side traction is going to be diminished by the extra wheel spin. What's up?